Don't get me wrong. Story behind these is great. I like it. It's cool. But I'm not sure if I like these, y'all. I don't really. I'm gonna give them a shot. I'm gonna try them, but we gonna see, man. We gonna see. I don't know. I don't know. What's good, family? It's your boy Sykes, and you were looking live at another episode of Special Delivery. Our very first episode of 2023, by the way. Happy New Year. I hope you're refreshed, recharged, and ready to take on 2023, because we definitely are. And if you haven't already, make sure you hit that subscribe button. Make sure you smash that notification bell, because we got a fire episode coming up. As you can see, we got these brand new Nike SBs right here. These are one of the joints that people were going crazy over at the tail end of 2022. This is the Sandy Bodecker eBay Nike Dunk SB, and these joints pay homage to that 2003 OG eBay Dunk in a really special way, as well as the founder of Nike SB, Sandy Bodecker, who sadly passed away in 2018 at the age of 68. As cool as this story is and as dope as these sneakers are, I kind of feel like these shoes maybe shouldn't exist. Like, I'm okay with them being here. I think it's cool that they're here, but I don't know, we'll dive into that in a second. But before we get into it, y'all know the vibes, man. We gotta unbox these joints, so let's do it. All right, let's take a look and see what these joints hitting on, man. Let's take a look. Woo, yeah. These joints, it's pretty cool to hold the eBay Dunk in hand. Like, as a fan of Nike SB, the 03 version of these joints is legendary. So to see these joints come back, that's a pretty cool thing. As you can see, you got all the eBay colors on the joint present in this patent leather overlay right here. You got the yellow right here at the toe. You got the green right here, blue laces, blue swoosh right here. You got the red right there. Just all the eBay colors, obviously, because this is the eBay Dunk. And again, this is all patent leather on these overlays right here. You got these 3 slits right here in the sneaker that are translucent. You can see through them. As you can see, you got the shoe tree right there. So, you know, you got to wear the right color socks with these things now, y'all. But you got these slits that cut the shoe into 4 pieces, which is supposed to pay homage to that original sample pair that was cut into 4 pieces back in 03 that we'll get into in a second. But before we dive into that, you got these blue laces right here. Go up to the tongue tag. You got that SB right there, which actually is a double entendre in this case. Stands for skateboarder, obviously, Nike SB, but it also stands for Sandy Bodecker. Underneath that, you got the hashtag Nike SB Forever, which I think is a pretty cool touch to this shoe. Once again, you got that blue swoosh back here with that SB standing for Sandy Bodecker. And fun fact, on the original 03 pair, there's actually a Nike logo that is in like that eBay font, which I think is pretty cool with this shoe. And then one of the coolest features of this shoe actually comes on the insole, where you have Sandy Bodecker wearing the original pair that was chopped up. I guess you can consider him wearing that. And then on the other pair, there's actually a picture of him holding his son, which I think is a really nice thing that Nike did to sort of honor the man and his legacy and what he's left behind. So I think this shoe goes a long way in honoring Sandy Bodecker. I think it's a pretty cool thing to have, a pretty cool thing to see in hand. But at the same time, I kind of feel like the story of the 03 pair is more important to talk about when it comes to these. So let's actually talk about that a little bit before we dive into what I really think about this shoe. The most important thing about these sneakers is actually the 2003 pair of these joints that they are modeled after. And that pair came during a time when Nike SB was trying to gin up a lot of interest. It was really the inception of Nike SB when Sandy Bodecker founded it back in that day. And there were 3 pairs of those shoes made, which is why it's kind of weird for me seeing the eBay Dunk sitting right here. And one of those 3 pairs was chopped into 4 pieces to preserve the purity of the sneaker, which is why you see these translucent slits in this shoe right here. The other pair was won in an auction for $30,000 on eBay. And the cool part about that is that $30,000 was donated actually to the Tim Broch Foundation in Portland, which went to rebuilding and building new skate parks in Portland. And Tim Broch was a skater who passed away from cardiac arrest at 25 years old, which was really sad. And also why it's really cool that we saw that money go to that charity. And then the third pair was actually gifted to Sandy Bodecker upon his retirement in 2008, which also is a really cool thing. But in 2018, before he passed away, Bodecker actually showed us that he was also the guy who won the bid on the original 2003 pair in the auction, which is a pretty cool and unique story and just shows you the type of guy that Sandy Bodecker was. Like, he took his own money and purchased these shoes, these $30,000 shoes with it, not only to, you know, show that Nike SB was a big thing or a big deal, but also to give back to the skating community. That was the thing, that they really cared about the skating community at Nike SB. And that's something that the skating community hadn't really seen before. So that's what really made the eBay shoe unique. That's what really made those dunks pop off. And to see them coming back like this, I think it's a really cool story, but I'm also just not really, I don't know, the way that they did these shoes, it feels like something that I won't see too many people wearing, but I'll see a lot of pairs online of these. I'll see a lot of pairs hit the resale market. I'll see a lot of pairs just sitting up in people's cribs, kind of just wasting away. And that defeats the purpose of Nike SB, right? Let's actually talk about that on the other end. First of all, I want to lead with love here. So big shouts to eBay and the homie Gary Daniel for sending these through to us. We really, really appreciate it. And also, it's just really cool to see the eBay dunk appreciated and retroed in this way, I think. There was a period in like 2010 to like 2015 where, as an SB guy, I was really afraid for the line because nobody was really rocking with it that much. So to see this OG pair that is so essential and so important to Nike SB's history be honored in this way is cool. And then they did it in a charitable way as well, which I also think is a really cool thing. But at the same time, this shoe just feels too gimmicky to me. It feels like a what the dunk when it doesn't really have any what the dunk features aside from the slit that cuts it into four. And I just think that's just a little too weird for me, man. Like, I feel like if you're going to honor Sandy Bodecker, you have to do it in a way that is whole, like literally whole, and not with this translucent stuff right here. Like, that's just, I don't know, that's weird. It makes this shoe feel like less of a shoe and more of just a collector's item, which is fine if you just want to collect sneakers, but Nike SBs have always been made to be worn. That is the point of these SB dunks. And if nobody's wearing this shoe and nobody's going to wear this shoe, then like, I don't know, what's the point of it, man? Like, this is the Sandy Bodecker sneaker. And I love the fact that eBay and Nike partnered together to honor Bodecker in a way that they thought was really cool, and it is really unique. And I guess innovative, because there's no shoe with like this multiple translucent slits in it. But at the same time, I don't know. I wanted to see something that made a little bit more sense here, and I don't know. I don't really think this is it. That's just my opinion, though. I gotta be honest about it. It is what it is. Let me know what y'all think in the comments. But that's a wrap for Special Delivery. I'm your boy Sykes, and this is Nike's Sandy Bodecker eBay SB Dunk Low. That is a mouthful. We will catch y'all on the flip side. Peace.